Previously on Final Fantasy XIV DawnTrail.
King's Crown. Oh, you're just gonna leave it as Fiend's Crown like that? Oh, how you gonna just leave it as Fiend's Crown? And it glows. I mean, she's still alive out there.
Well, hello there. Hey everyone, what's up? So, of course, you're probably seeing this with me just doing on a basic recording instead of on stream. Just what I'm doing for the current moment until things get back to normal. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with this 7.1 MSQ. All right, here we go. So a royal invitation. All right, let's do it. It is a pleasure as always, Anthony. Have you been able to relax lately? Yeah, pretty good. Wonderful. As busy as you have been with the rite of succession, among other things, you've deserved an opportunity to express Krile's at the more and leisurely pace. Sampling the tacos at Bavel, I forgot how to say some of these names. Whatever. It's one such way to do so. They've made a traditional way of laden within fillings and are absolutely sublime. If you have an empty stomach, the owner Barack Evo will look after you. All right, I'm pretty sure of that. So let's go check them out real quick. Oh yeah, I guess I should pick this up while I'm at it real quickly. Oh, wonderful, isn't it you, Anthony? Overjoyed the fate would arrange this meeting, though I am not surprised. When I've heard tale of your journey with the Wuk Lamet, I had a feeling it will be only a matter of time until we cross paths. Can't believe I haven't even picked this up yet, but it's okay. What am I doing in Krile, you ask? Why, I have come to search of unusual and fantastic stories that I may weave into songs. To spin tales that will enchant crowds the world over. And this land has proven to be a treasure trove of folktales and legends unlike any that can be found across the sea. I have set each and every one to memory and my head swimming with new verses. Yet for all the myths newly added to my repertoire, I still yearn for tales of the newfound adventure. Tales involving parties that yet live, preferably recounted by someone with first-hand experience. And you are such a man. Pray share with me everything that happened since you set foot in Krile, and I shall set it a song. Every trial you endured during the rite of succession, every blood-curdling moment of your assault upon the levin-shrouded dome, I beg you spare no detail. Your words will lend treasure to my melodies and substance to my lyrics. Oh, I have a feeling my most memorable work is soon to come. Of course, I understand you may not have the time at present. Yeah, I shall be here for a while yet, polishing my prowess to a mirror sheen. Simply come to me when you have the story to share and I shall listen to ramp attention. Okay, well, what do you got? Come to heroic? All right, let's see. Wow. Okay, there's a lot actually that I was not expecting. Okay. Let's just go through them and see. So you have brought to me today. Let's start with Valigarmanda, a powerful being. You did battle with Valigarmanda, the trial individual of legend, dubbed the Sky Ruin, who ruled the heavens by peak and Talon. Many are the legend of the beasts among beasts, but I would wager the telling of your battles is more thrilling than the most harrowing tales. By the hands of the devious scoundrel was the seal put in place by Gula Jaja broken, and thus was the living calamity unleashed again upon the world, only to be struck down by Wuk Lamet and her mighty companion. This glimpse into the events of the rite of succession shall provide me with the more than enough inspiration for my next song. Thank you for sharing it with me, Anthony. By the way, do you know the meaning of the term Krile Vidril? In the language of the mobile jawed, it is that of which clings to the earth, a fitting description for beings powerful enough to claim an entire continent as their territory, and Valigarmanda was said to be the most formidable among them. Cool. Though you emerged victorious, the fiend was but a recently roused with slumber. What do you suppose would have happened had Valigarmanda been given sufficient time to regain its strength? I would guess it would probably be insane, which is what the extreme version would be. Such questions has always have an imaginations, yes? And I imagine I shall the mightiest heroes of their theories match against the full fury of Valagamanda, a story for the ages. Well... Interesting, they didn't play a song. I thought they usually play songs when they do these. Alright, what about Zoralja? Okay. Zoralja, the brother of Wuk Lamet, son of Gulja. The final moments of the former Dawnservent's firstborn. His story gives rise to the complex mixtures of emotions, and it would be insulting to call it something so trite as an adventurer's tale. As the only true son of the Gulja, he doubtless felt a heavy burden of the responsibility to be deemed worthy of succeeding his father. His weight was likely made all the more trifling by the fact that he had one head, and so he sought great power to make up for his president's shortcomings. Yet he could never quite live up to the expectations he set for himself, and in his blind pursuit, he stepped upon a crooked path. For 30 long years did he keep company with anger in that dome, yet no amount of anguish can justify the countless lives he stole. You know what I believe, Anthony? I believe that the moment Zoralja killed his own father was inspiration he fought so hard to win, or admiration. His life lost all meaning. Yeah. His sins cannot be forgiven, it's true. Yeah, his story is a tragic one, and I suspect each of us can see parts of ourselves reflected within it. Thank you for sharing. A dark shadow loomed over the rite of secession, and we should do our best to not forget who cast it. While many will view Zoralja as a murderer and tyrant, reducing him to a mindless villain will blunt the impact of the lesson we can learn from his fate. This is a tale that must be told with great care. Yep. I think I would just do the 3 main MSQ ones, and the other ones, maybe I'll come back and check them out later. I don't want to spend too much time on this in itself, you know? Plus, it's like a good reminder of what the story was, because it's been a little while. So what have you brought for me today? Well, Speen, the Queen of Alexandria, one who was tragically had to go. The trials and tribulations of Queen Speen, who was confronted with many and a difficult decision as she sought to protect the citizens of her nation, Alexandria. In that realm, people regard souls as merely a resource, and when if they die, the ether of their memories was used to create the endless I forgot how to pronounce this, my bad, of the departed that only would be sustained with life force harvest from the living. Being so very different from what we know, such as a way of life, is difficult for us to accept. Indeed, it seemed only inevitable that you should come into conflict with Speen. True. She herself was among the living, but an entity brought forth to fulfill a certain objective, and therein, I believe, lay the root of this tale's tragedy. Recreated from the noblest of souls, though she was helpless to defy the purpose to which she had been bound, protecting the endless no matter the cost. Thus did she continue on her destructive path, though she knew it led only to a dead end. A question, if you may, my friend. Deep in your heart, do you believe that the Speen whom you met was alive? I think she was alive, but in her own way. So you think that, even the knowledge of her existence different from the living, you hold that she was alive. I thank you for your honest answer. I shall take it to heart. For my part, whether or not she was possessed of life, I believe that there is existence in an individual called Speen who cared deeply for her people, who heard the voices of her people, felt as they did and thought only for their welfare. That is why a battle's end she returned as the gentle soul you knew. But here a thought fills me with dread. What if that soul failed to return and the fearsome entity she had become continued its relentless onslaught? Ugh. Might it have succeeded in an objective and plundered life force from the other realities at cost of untold destruction? Of such possibility shall I sing that we might give thanks to the path we were mercifully spared. Oh, he's actually playing a song this time. By golden light, two rulers walked, their paths in conflict lying. One bound to slay, one sworn to save. They forged ahead untiring. The memories of the departed days endured as the fate and feathers. For keepers stench, a blessed warmth, oblivion for the breakers. Pretty fitting for him to actually make a song for her on that one. So it makes sense. All right, that one's I think is the ultimate, so we're not going to worry about it right now. We'll most likely get to it later. So. Well, if it isn't Anthony, alone today, are you? Yep. I want some tacos. I see. If you are hankering for tacos, then they're on the house. Consider it a token of gratitude for your help tracking down those treasures. Go ahead and find a table. I'll bring you your meal as soon as it's ready. All right, thanks. I shall take this spot. Oh yeah, those tacos actually look good. You still love tacos, I hope. You ate so many when you turned 5 and you could barely move afterwards. Remember that? I thought somebody was talking to me like that. No, not really. This was 30 years ago for me. Right, sorry. It's still strange for me too. Just the other day, you were a little boy clinging to your mother's skirt as you set off for a Yasalani. And now you're a man grown with a face full of hair. Even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. We're still family and you can always rely on me. Yeah, you can tell. They look just alike. Relying. That feels like the only thing I'm doing right now. On you and everyone else. I can't even start a fire without assistance of my new job. Back in Alexandria, we had electro. If I needed fire, all I had to do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. But here, I'm helpless. A culinarian who can't even light the stove. The way the others in the kitchen stare at me? Gods, I've never felt so embarrassed. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been told the tales, but it seems life is really different within the dome. My wife and children, I was thinking I'd have them join me once things had settled, but at this rate, I say you send them for them. You send for them. They're your family, and they're mine too. I'll do whatever necessary to make it work. Oh gosh, Wuk Lamet just come out. I didn't mean it over here, but it seems like you're having trouble readjusting to the life into Yalal. Val Wuk Lamet. To aid folk like yourself, we've established a support group of the Wing of Reflection. There you can learn the skills you need to live outside the dome. If it isn't easy being back, I know, but I'm hopeful that we can make some things easier. That's exactly what I need. I'll definitely seek this group out, and I'll bring my family with me. Thank you. I wonder if it's changed a little ever since the reception of this. Oh, look who it is. I was just about to go and find you, Anthony. You don't mind the company, I hope. I could use a bite to eat myself. Yeah, sure. You can come. I don't have a problem with you, like everyone else does. I shouldn't say that, but she's okay. I still kind of like Wuk Lamet in ways of her character. She's just, you know. The tacos here never disappoint. So what have you been up to lately? Been exploring Toral with my trusty alpaca. I've been catching up on sleep. I've been recovering to stolen artifacts. I've been making my name from the... You know, these are some interesting ones. I've been making a name of myself at the arcade. You know, what are you? Come on, bro. That bopping music and all that. Come on, get real with me. You're fighting in the arena in Alexandria? By facing off against those tough opponents? I wager you hone your skills even further. As for myself, I've been kept busy with the duties at the palace, but whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to people. That way I can better understand the problems they have and share them with Kohana to figure out solutions. I was on one such walk just now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Kohana and I have something that we want to discuss with you. As Dawnservants, do you have time to come to the palace? Yeah, I got some time. Great, I'll go ahead. Please come and join us once you finish here. I just finished my tacos, so we should be good to go. Alright, let's get it. I'm gonna try to zip through this MSQ as fast as I can as possible. I think it's a pretty long one, but we'll see. We'll see. Is there somebody dead on the floor there, just laying? Alright. Okay, that's goofy. Anyways, I'm ready to continue the story. What's going on here? It seems Kohana gone somewhere, sorry. That's okay. Master Anthony, it's an honor. It's always an honor. Val Kohana has stepped away to attend to a pressing matter, but he should join you within long before. Okay. I thought it was going to be voice acted again. Oh, you're all here too. Val Kohana summoned us, though if truth be told, Alphino and I have been seeing him quite regularly of late. He asked us to share our knowledge of the Hainish culture you see, in hopes of their further strengthening your alliance. We were of course happy to oblige him. Krile and I were likewise summoned. Otherwise, we've been carrying on with our work compiling information on the Golden City. Krile needs more story. I feel like it's pretty much well deserved at this point. My grandfather embarked on his investigation 20 years ago. With our report, we shall finish what he started. Least you wonder, Thancred and Urianger have left to resume their tour of Toral. Cool. Yastrola, meanwhile, is back at researching Crossroads travel. Oh yeah, she's still doing it. She was here just a few days ago to get Kohana's permission to investigate living memory. By the way, she mentioned wanting to take a look at the key in your keeping at some point. Oh. Alright, that's fine. If the look she had in her eyes was any indication, I suggest you brace yourself for when she comes calling. You're like to be stuck with her for a while. Oh. Oh, really? Okay. For Estinian, we know neither where he is nor what he's doing. Some things never change. No, that's okay. I don't think we need everyone in the Scions right now for this stuff. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. We took advantage of the time to catch up. So what can we do for you? Hopefully present company is enough for whatever it is you need. The matter of which I have summoned you pertains to Alexandria. A state funeral will soon be held in Solution 9 to mourn the passing of the Queen's Speen. King Gula Ja and his administration have invited us to attend. Oh yeah, the child that we don't know the mother of. I think it is a clone. Because there hasn't been any hint of the mother for a while. While certain issues remain unresolved between our nations, such as the treatment of Yasalani, I see no reason not to attend. For generations, the Alexandrians lived without even the awareness of death. I wouldn't have expected them to have a funeral rite still. Apparently, the members of Oblivion unearthed records of the ceremony that were conducted in the Alexandria of old. It was they who put forth the proposal that the queen be thus honored. Leave it to that. A lot to think of such things. The people of Alexandria no longer forget the departed. They're being confronted with the idea of death for the first time. I suspect our friends wanted to do something for them. Though Speen was but a simulacrum, she was nonetheless a pillar for her people. The pain of her passing must run deep. Yeah. And she was their queen for a long time, too. Indeed, a funeral will give Alexandrians the chance to come together to express their grief, that they might overcome it. I wasn't sure at first, but I decided to go, not only to be there for Gula Ja, but to put his chapter behind us. Our request for your presence was none other than to see if you wish to attend the funeral. You knew Speen as well, after all. I don't think there was another way, to be honest. I feel like it wouldn't be right for us to not go. So, yeah, I think I should go. You know, 1 or 3 was pretty much the same to me. Because you consider yourself responsible for her demise, I take it. But that's not a burden you bear alone. Here's my idea. As Val, I will attend the funeral as a representative of the Tuya Lao. Meanwhile, you can go in your personal capacity and watch over the people as they mourn. I feel the rest of us should go too. Regardless of the reason, the fact remains that we deprive Alexandria of our beloved ruler. It's only right that we remember who Speen was, to her people and to others, so let us stand with you. Then it's decided. Let's head to Solution 9 and look for Gula Ja in the back room. In the back rooms? Just kidding. Solution 9 has back rooms? Crossroads. You know, really, Speen's not gone, because we had that tiara that was still glowing at the end of the MSQ. Though I would ideally attend the funeral, given the circumstances, I think it is best that Lamachi represents us. Besides, I need to be on hand to oversee the city's repairs, which is taking longer than expected. When that work is complete, we'll finally look into installing new thrones. But to have Father's throne here still, it makes me feel he is close by. I'm quite happy for it to remain for a while. Understandable. Alright, Solution 9, here we come. In my opinion, one of the best songs in this expansion. Gosh, I really like this song. Still a bop all these time. And I went the wrong way. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, the little bar that Gula Ja was hanging out at. You head into the back room. Yes, sir. Well, hey there, little guy. How you been? Ah, you came for the funeral. Of course, I'm the only one who's officially take part, though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So how have you been? It's been a while since my last visit. I'm good. Shell is always teaching me new things. Recently, I've learned about Everkeep's systems and the mechanical soldiers. It's knowledge I'll need to use for my authority properly. Studious as always, I see. By way of a treat, I brought you a gâteau au chocolat. It's kind of a cake. I think you will like it. Thank you, Lamet, and thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so I feel less nervous having you here. Out of curiosity, what is the customs in Alexandria in our world is common to offer flowers to the departed? It's much the same here, according to the records. Flowers will be distributed to all attendees. Cool. Considering that all the worlds used to be one, the practice of offering flowers may well share the same ancient origin. Fascinating, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Good that it all remains the same. Okay. Oh, this is new. I don't think any of these really matter too much, but I would just take that one. Oh, he's added to the unending note. Okay. I thought he was already been at it. Papa always said he didn't want a somber funeral, so we celebrated his life together with our victory. I'm sure he would have loved it. I like to think he was watching us from the world beyond, filling his cup every time we filled our own. Although I've been in the back room before, there was no time to see the sights. I should like to take a closer look at the equipment. Oh yeah, that is right. I don't think he did get the chance to look at everything. It's a relief to see the gorilla Jaw is doing well. He's been through so much for one so young. From a group that plotted to undermine a tyrant king from the shadows to one that aids a fellow citizen in the open, Oblivion has come a long way. For the people to take it on themselves to organize and hold a funeral, I speak to their unending love for Speen. The flowers are being handed at the Praxis Park. I'm thinking of heading over there now. We'll join you. There's a man I would like to speak with, Gassan. He has apparently Speen's aide and the one who sent us an invitation. Come on, let's go. Oh yeah, London Bridge is falling down. That guy. Trying to speed run this. Wuk Lamet's attendance will surely help strengthen relations between the two nations. I get the strong impression that both Tuyalal and Alexandria wish to put this tragic past behind them. I sure hope so. It makes sense that Speen had loyal aides such as Gassan, given how much time she dedicated to walking among her people. While it appears souls are still to be issued, supply must be limited now that they are no longer being harvested. The grim faces in the queue tell the tale. Oh, judging from all the activity, I presume the funeral will be held here. It makes sense because this is like one of the biggest places you can hold it. All correspondence were being held by the Wing of Reflections, so this is my first time speaking with Gassan. Here is Gassan. Yeah, I see that. Oh, you could have kept the music going. Why I'm Val Wuk Lamet of Tuyalal. Thank you for extending us an invitation to Queen Speen's funeral. We are honored, truly. I had seen you before from a distance, but never had the pleasure. I am Gassan, former chief aide to the Queen. Since her passing, I've been responsible for administering affairs of state. Can we get our flowers here? Yes, Your Majesty. The flowers are being handed out at the counter yonder, alongside the regulators. What? We need to wear regulators for the funeral? Rest assured, they are not a requirement. We are aware your people do not use them. You see, people in Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their persons when attending funerals. As such tokens were black, it was suggested that we might wear regulators painted the same color. We've yet to produce enough for everyone, but we're distributing them as we are able. I see. Yet regulators are no. The important thing is that we remember Queen Speen. Remember her and her kindness as you make an offering of your flower. Oh well. The proceedings will soon begin in this plaza. Please take your place once you have your flower. Pretty. Wait, how's those people on the ends seeing this?
Although we are gathered here for the same reason, we hail from different lands. Some were born and raised in the Alexandria of old, while others came to us from Tuliolal. It was from this union of diverse peoples that a new Alexandria was born. The only home that our younger generation knows. How did we overcome the barriers between us? What moved us to join hands in common purpose beneath crackling skies? You know the answer. We survived. We thrived because Queen Sphene brought us together. Inspired and encouraged by her boundless kindness, we strove to be better, for ourselves as well as those around us. And in Her Majesty's absence, there is a sadness beyond words. Yet we will remember her. Remember all the good that she has done for us. So let us pray, as the people of the Old Kingdom once did, for the peaceful repose of the departed. And let us keep our beloved Queen forever in our hearts, that her memory might guide us unto the morrow. Would that I could find solace in my own words.
Was Queen Sphene taken to the cloud?
She must have been. To still remember her is strange, isn't it, darling?
I miss her. She would always cheer me up when I was down. But even though I remember her, I'll never see her again. That doesn't make sense.
It seems that's what it means to die, I'm afraid.
But what will happen to us? Are we just going to be sad forever?
What will happen indeed? Everything that we have, we owe to Queen Sphene. How are we to go on without her?
I still remember Her Majesty so clearly. If only I didn't, I might feel better about the future of our realm.
Perhaps we should also consider moving to Tuliolo. The journey won't be easy, but it'd be better than staying here in uncertainty.
I mean, I feel like these people can still make a nation with themselves, survive like this, normal.
In times like these, I take comfort in the beliefs of a Turali people called the Yokui. To them, death isn't the end. So long as we're remembered, we never truly die.
Like, my whole thing is, like, I don't want them to get rid of the Alexandrian nation. Like, it almost feels like it's being forced to become Tuilalau.
It could be the same for Queen Sphene, you know? If you keep her alive in your hearts, she'll always be with you.
But we still won't be able to see her, right? I don't want to think about that. I wish I could just forget instead of having to feel like this.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to impose. Please, mourn your queen however you see fit. As expected, they struggle to come to terms with their loss. I hope they can find a way to move forward.
It's not only grief that weighs on them, but worry for the future. Bereft of their queen, how will they proceed?
True. But with that, at least, we're not powerless to help. What is it, Guloja?
I was wondering, is it better to remember or forget someone when they're dead? I remember my father, and every time I think of him, it hurts. It's the same with Queen Sphene. Knowing that she's gone makes me feel sad. But it's different with my mother. I never knew her, so I don't feel as bad. I want to remember my father, but maybe I'd be better off forgetting him.
Guloja.
Why don't we continue this somewhere else?
It's definitely a hard, touchy subject, especially if someone is very close to you. It's hard to just be like accepting that they're gone, you know? So I can understand where they're coming from with this, especially for a whole nation that had somebody that they all relied on and loved. I bet it's definitely hard for them. But like I said, I wouldn't want them to get rid of Alexandria as it is, because that just means the people of Alexandria are completely gone. And I wouldn't want that. That sounds terrible. I think they can find some type of way to get around with it. They just have to learn to accept that, you know, death and remembering people is just part of life cycle, you know? And, you know, sometimes remembering people is the best way to keeping them alive too, because they're still alive until everyone has forgotten about them. Seeing that child remind me of myself, of how hard it was for me to accept that grandfather was gone. But that sadness is what gave me the strength to come this far, and I would never choose to forget it. Never. I hope the altar can provide comfort to those who need it. It seems a good place to continue our conversation. Simply leaving Alexandria won't solve all their problems. I fear the problem runs deeper than that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up. No, it's okay. Not your fault, kiddo. Hey, Kulaja, do you really know nothing at all about your mother? Shell researched the system for information on resonance, but the only Momoja she found listed was my father and me. Even if she died and was erased from people's memories, she should have been there, but wasn't. See, like, I feel like that was kind of hinted at in the main MSQ, because he came out of nowhere and then, like, Zeroja was like, "You're not my child, da 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 da, yada yada, you're weird, you came out of nowhere." I think he's a clone. Maybe. Well, that you're here means she was here too, inside the dome. There can't be any other way about it. But we haven't really established clones. So that's one thing that, like, but clones was a big thing in FF9. Perhaps we should try looking again. Do you want to know your mother? Yeah, I think that second one's a good one. I think so. Even if it makes me feel sad, I want to know of her. So I want to try looking again. And if I don't find anything this time, I'll give up. I see. Well, if that's what you want. Then I'll help you. I like to help as well. I believe I speak for others too. It just got dark out of nowhere. But I can't bother you with this. You already came for the funeral. We came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. We're not about to leave just yet. Well, there it goes again. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. Oh yeah, this was supposed to be like backstory for Zeralja? Yeah. If I remember from the live letter. Alright, thank you everyone. If no records remain of Gulaja's mother, then where do we begin our search? I understand all too well Gulaja's desire. For the longest time, I found my own father's actions inexplicable. I can very much relate to his feelings. I pray Gulaja finds what he seeks. We might learn more about my father too. I hadn't thought of that. If this is what Gulaja wants, then I'll help him however I can. After all, we're family. That's true. In a way. In search of the past. Assuming neither memories nor records of Gulaja's mother remain, we must cast as wide as yet as possible. I suggest we split into groups. Anthony, if you can make Aquarius outside the outskirts, the rest of us will do the same in solution 9. Okay. Alright. We're going outside. Fresh faced Tanawada. What you doing here? You looking for Momoja's woman? Oh, the way you said it. Oh, Gulaja's mother. Oh, I can't help you there, I'm afraid. I only know little about Zeralja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cuts off from the outside world, a Toral Vidril had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Zoraja assembled a party of warriors and with them confronted and felled the beast. It was interesting to hear the king's feat in the past. Your exchange with the first phase Toyawada has taught you about a battle with the Toral Vidril. Interesting, Zoraja. Interesting that you will say that. Sorry, but I've never heard of a Momoja woman living in these parts, much less one connected to Zoraja. You might have better luck talking to the people over at Taiwatan settlement of the north of the Everkeep, in place called Uwiyawada? The Brazilian son won their loyalty when he saved them from some crisis or another, or so the story goes. If I remember correctly, their chief's name was Canalado? Okay, chatty. And Momoja woman, the people have never been a common sight around here. Why, the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. She was among the entourage of Landsguard that was dispatched here. I assume they all returned to Yolal after their mission. But if any remain, I suppose they could have been trapped in here with the rest of us. Okay. Someone said the outskirts, so... Oh, right back into Solution 9. Alright. Tasso, I'm back. Let me in. Okay, what y'all got? While I failed to learn anything directly related to Gulaja's mother, I did find information that may shed some light upon Zoraja. Okay. Lamati didn't seem to have much luck. How did you fare? Not much. I'm sorry, but I couldn't find anything useful. None of the people I've questioned had heard of a Momoja woman before. Yeah, same here. Solution 9 is vast indeed. Even with the teleporters, we could cover but a small portion of it. Zoraja rarely made a public appearance, so the people had no idea how to spend most of its time. Yet, I believe therein lies the key to the answers we seek. Oh, you're back too. I told Shala all about your search. Okay, well, what do you got for us? Gulaja has told me all. We previously tried to track down records of his mother, but came up empty-handed. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Okay, what about all this? Ah, so you spoke with quite a few people as well. Let's combine all our findings and see what conclusions that we might draw. So Zoraja brought a Rutune of Landsguard to Yasalani, among whom was a female Momoja. His mission was to rid of the regions of the Toral Vidril, and I believe it's safe to say that it was the crisis in Yariwata he's resolved. If some of his troops stuck around for a time, perhaps to assist the villagers with recovery efforts, then they could have indeed gotten trapped into the dome. We've also heard stories about the settlement in Yadawari. People lived there until nearly a decade ago. Zoraja made regular visits. If he requires scarcity, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal. And if this Momoja woman had remained there, they would have an occasion to come in contact. Okay, so maybe he did have a mother. Okay. I see. But what could Zoraja have been doing in that village? I think we can answer that question. He was playing Super Smash Brothers with that Zoraja. Okay, in order to retrace Zoraja's steps, Raha and I spoke with a researcher who worked at Origenics. He said that approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside of Everkeep, per the king's direct order. That's gotta be the dungeon. This is the first I've heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard was believed to have been under the king's jurisdiction. It was apparently being used to develop a new kind of weapon, but I'm afraid that was all that we could learn. It's plenty to go on. Even if the work there was classified, any materials and equipment needed would have been manufactured within Everkeep. So, if we looked into the transportation records, there it is. The routes are full of detours and attempts of obfuscation. Interesting. But large deliveries were being made to Uiwata, far too large for a mere village. There hasn't been any activity for years, though. It's likely the facility has been decommissioned. Do you think it's where my mother was? We can't say for certain just yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. This is amazing. Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure all of this out. Each piece of the puzzle may reveal little on its own, but when we put several together, a picture begins to form. And even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. A lesson I learned in another life. So we'll be investigating this secret facility in Uiwata then? And this time I want you to come along, Gulaja. Uiwata is on the other side of the lake. To get there, you will need to take a hover cargo from the drifts down. Okay. Alright, thank you, Shao. The most beautiful Elzen ever. Literally. Alright, going on. Random things just to come out, but you know, I think I've said it during an MSQ at one point, probably. Oh yeah, this is where one of my favorite dungeons were. With that bop music. Probably the best before second trial dungeon, in my opinion. Weapons developing a secret with an aid of devoted followers. Nothing good will come out of this. The settlement of the outskirts was originally Taiwanwatan as well. Yes, I wonder if Taiwanwatan is similar to it. And the music was a bop, come to think of it. While the researchers we spoke with remembered that he had colleagues, he couldn't recall details about any specific individuals, not that their names nor what they were like. Someone would have noticed Raja traveled from the downdrifts. I expect he utilized a flying view. We've seen how much has changed for the part of Yasalani that's on this side of the dome. I wonder what it's like on the other side. Only one way to find out. So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the dome, so I don't expect it to be too different from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. We'll go first. You follow when it's safe to do so, alright? Yeah, sounds like a dungeon. Alright, be careful, everyone. Oh yeah, it is a dungeon. I was like, wait, what? So yeah, it is this early. Okay. I think I'm gonna tank it this time. I didn't tank during the MSQ in a dungeon. If the facility was used in the research of new weaponry, then it will had tight security. Even if it's been closed down, let us proceed with caution. Okay. I can't help but remain on our foray into Origenics and the Koa Kiawa. Yeah. We've seen the havoc that Valley Garmanda wreaked up on Yugo Pacha. I wonder what's this other Terral Vidro might have left in its wake. While alone haven't seen much of the dome, I am no stranger to braving the unknown. I will not slow us down. Of course, and you're definitely going to be in the party because you haven't been in a while. Don't worry about me. I'm good at hiding from beasts. Okay. I promise to look after Gulaja, but I have spent hardly any time with him. I'm going to make up for that. All right, I'm going to tank it this time because I haven't really tanked it before, so that'll be actually great. Hold on, let me... All right, foreign party, what we're going to do here. Yeah, let's keep Alpha though. I mean, this is still technically Wuk Lamet's story, so we can keep her in a party. Krile's Gotta stay in the party. Sorry, Alizé and Graha. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's go with this one. Strange party, but we're doing it. All right, what is the music like here? And I wanted to tank one of these dungeons. I haven't got to tank one in this expansion. Not the song that I was expecting, but okay. All right, Wuk Lamet, I shall take the lead this time. My father must have come here for a reason. The lightning hasn't let up here either. There are beasts here too. Even the creatures here are electrified. All right, let's see if we can pull more. Come on, Alphino. Make me proud. Oh yeah, I forgot they changed that to one stack instead. Oh, I can hear the environment music now. Is that new battle? Wait, that's new battle quotes for Alphino. Ooh, I like this song. Man, I feel like it'd be faster if I... Ooh, I like how this song is. It's the environment song, like the actual zone song, but different. The lightning rods are still operational. Okay. I think I've already read that, but it's all right. Let's keep pushing further. Alphino, you're doing great, so more. If anything, I would just crack open invulnerability. Hopefully Alphino can keep up though. Probably could have broke that for them. Okay, good DPS, good DPS. It's going by a lot faster now. This got to be our first boss. You did it! The wrath of the heavens is frightening indeed. I guess we stepped into its territory. That one looks mean. Careful. We got it. That looks like AoE. Alright, what are you gonna have me doing? Is it fusing the rocks with ether? It's... Okay. I could probably get closer and do more. Uh-oh. Okay. I see. Let me put this down first. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is... What is... Electropreneurs from the ground. So we gotta destroy these? Oh, lordy. Okay. Best to get the ones that are nearly almost done. We're not going to be able to get this one on time, though. Okay. The fun of that tactic. Yeah, so you can be close enough to attack. And then you just get away. I don't know how big that is. All right. So you're not going to be able to get close enough for that, though. Let's see if I can bring it over here. Certainly an interesting boss. Wuk Lamet using a limit break? Okay. That's interesting. Well, I mean, Alize probably would have used it. An easy win. Kind of. You're a credit to your title, Vow of Resolve. So the facility is still here. What kind of research do they do here? Quite imposing, isn't it? Oh yeah, this is a place that kind of looks like Resident Evil. Yup. It does. A little bit. His Majesty Zorjaw is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast into soul into a person's body. Safety and ethical concern have ensured no earnest attempt have been made to date, yet our king believes that there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, so he has ordered us to make his conception a reality. He will bolster a military might and break through into an outside world. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing. Whoa, what? Ah, what are those? Oh, there's another note right here. Oh, look at Gulajah just hanging out back there. These things look ugly. It almost is like a Resident Evil dog. Okay, let me read this note. Our bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the strength of the beast yields mixed results. Even when strapped to memories, a feral soul can induce psychological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because the primal instincts remain, and while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, I dare say welcome too many such souls can lead to the physical mutations. For now, our objective shall be to determine the threshold beyond which a body at risk of uncontrolled mutation. Huh. Okay. Dang, this looks like nightmare fuel. You can see blood everywhere too. Wow, this is like completely out of a total different game. They were experimenting on their own? I had a feeling. We got zombies here. I can't believe they actually made a Resident Evil like dungeon. I kind of like it. I wonder how people felt about this. They're moving. What happened here? Yeah. That looks like something that will open. Oh, the poor kid is getting scared. Oh my gosh, look at that monster there. Get out of here. I want to read these notes, so that's why I am doing small pulls right now. Otherwise, I probably would have done big pulls. Don't worry, Alphino, I got you. Ooh, barely. Alright, I can't do it no more. Usually 3 times is the limit. The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We experimented with fiends of great power, but mutations were observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated with a poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably, and he lost all capacity for rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of the Tyrell Vidril, I struggled to see a path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. Huh. Interesting. Wait, can you go in these? You can. I don't know if they'll let me fit in that one. Oh well. Well, more of them? Yeah. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with some zombies. Oh, it's okay. I'll take that hit. Explosions everywhere. Wow, that actually did some pretty good damage there. These people are just swiping at my leg. Get off. Weirdo. I can see why no one wants to come to this facility no more, because it just seems too dangerous. Is that a doctor? If the source of our failures thus far has been inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if we were to reverse the process by purging a beast of its memories and infusing it with a man's soul, one still possessed of its own memories? We stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits, which I think is that guy. I must prepare his soul to extract at once. What was Father doing here? I have a bad feeling about this. There's something unsettling about this ether here. Yeah, I think this is the guy. You surrender your souls to King Zoraljaw. Nope. Dark Souls? What the heck? There's a Dark Souls reference. Come forth, my dearest souls. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's a really cool mechanic. I won't let precious samples escape. This bodes ill. What now? Wow. All right, time to go in. What the heck? I was getting ready to go in. Oh, fiddlesticks. Oh, no, this is not good. Keep your wits about you. Yeah, oh, lordy, oh, no. That was embarrassing. That was very embarrassing. Okay. All right, I'm okay with it. I like hard dungeons. Give it to me again. A little early, Wuk Lamet, but okay. That's okay. Maybe this time I need to go in much early on. Like now. Yeah, that was a good time for it. Okay, this is where he does that weird mechanic. Okay. All right, we're good. I see everyone else still trying to figure it out. Yeah, that is one interesting mechanic. I mean, it just makes sense. It's just like your usual. Just more stakes to it. To Dark Souls. Oh, tank bus. Okay, that was an interesting boss. I actually like that one. It had some interesting mechanics. With that, we could tame the beast, but the seal is already. The seal? The beast? What was he doing, talking about? So we should... Whoa, what is going on out there? Is that a storm? I can hardly believe my eyes. Let's get a closer look. All right, let's pull some more. Didn't mean to do that, but it's okay. Come on, Alpha, I believe in you. You could do it. Alfie, you were doing good earlier.
Now I'll show you.
Oh my gosh, I gotta stop this guy. He is causing the majority of my damage. I mean, I'm not getting hit by it. It's just that my party is not being able to adjust to it very well. Like, I see Krile getting smacked by there so much. Something's wrong. Don't rush ahead. Whew. What was that roar? Did it come from inside the storm? I think I know what awaits us. How do you know, Alphino? Pop that too. Yeah, this dungeon is really testing my tanking skills here. But so far, we only had one death, and that was during a boss. I'm very curious of how this last one's gonna be like. They're making a big deal out of it. Actually, let's get him out first. Stop that. Oh, we got them both. Is that a carbuncle? Oh, it's a bunny. A demon bunny. Soral Vidro Lalipadiati? This thing looks insane looking. Gula Jaw, what are you doing up there? Has that thing been sealed away all this time? At Soral Vidro, no doubt about it. Oh, our battle arena is going to be crazy, isn't it? Alright, let's see how this goes. Raging Claws. Is that an AoE? No. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was AoE. Something moves beneath us. Oh, is this Ruby weapon? Yep. Yeah, very Ruby weapon. Whoa. I knew I was gonna get smacked by that. That was really quick. Okay. Can I get close enough to hit it? It's like great worms. It's almost alive. Oh, I gotta get out of there. Cradle Curve. I think we gotta get out of that. Be on your guard. Oh, okay. It opened a hole in the ground. I can't see the bottom. Watch your step. Okay. Wow, this dungeon's actually kind of crazy. Or this fight. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I'm not gonna make it. I didn't have my sprint. Okay. 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 I should have popped invulnerability during that time, but it's all right. Let's try this again. Come on, I'm like on the edge of it. Okay. It's all right. We still got time. Okay, we're good. We're good. I can only get close enough. Patience will lead us to victory. You're right. Yeah, I see. Start from the outside, then work your way in. Crater. Okay, so we got time. Just gotta get out. How do we know which way he's gonna start with this, though? Guarantee if you're like a caster or a ranger, you should be able to... I'm running. You should be able to get the other side. Oh, Raging Claw. Oh yeah, if you're like a caster, this probably sucks. I guarantee it. Wow. Sonic Howl. What's AoE?
You'll not escape this! You'll not escape this!
Pumping out everything. Almost fell in there. Is my sprint back? Okay, good. Because I'm probably gonna need it again. Yeah, look how fast that comes back. That catches up on me quick, and I already have sprint. I don't know. Good damage. Good damage. Come on, I just got done doing Criterion. Get out of here. Whew. That was an interesting one. That was very interesting and fun. So I'm excited to do that with everybody else later. Oh, I got the song. Sweet. Phew, we did it somehow. It's still breathing, if only faintly. I felt that earth shake all the way up from the cliff. That was too close. It must have been easy to imprison such a creature. Alphino, nothing to say? Nothing to say? Okay, a tyrant of Taral, truly a fitting description, I guess. This thing looked insane. This thing looks crazy. Okay, let's get out of here.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Valley Armanda.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility. The Taral Vidral explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject. Though I expect Zaralja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
Individual.
This would allow one to wield the power of a Taral Vidral.
In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures, but in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
There was a Momajal woman.
So, you've given him permission?
Teshalja, you will assist Kaniloka. As one of the Lands Guard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. In what you learn, you will report to me. You object to his project, or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliolal. that I believed would forever be beyond me, that it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours. That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle. But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
The cogs are ticking.
Are you alright?
Oh yeah, I'm all good. No worries. I seen the Momojaw woman with Zoraja. Something about desires.
Taishelja. Could she be my mother?
It's a high possibility.
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Mamulja lived in Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Ubiko women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Taishelja there.
That's where we're going next then.
Oh, we get to hear the music again. Now that the danger is behind us, it started sinking in just how unsettling this place is. Hard to believe it used to be a village. That you should be able to peer into this Raoul Vidril's past. I wonder what that implies for the bee's consciousness while it was sealed away. And I wonder who the individual was. It seems this Kanaloka was in charge here. From your recounting, he was quite dedicated to Zoraja. The villagers were likely monitoring the imprisoned Zoraja Vidril as Zoraja's behest, and at some point they became involved in the research of souls. Tessalja, you said her name was. I wonder what her story is. I wish I could see into the past like you, then I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any of other Momojaw women here. For a long time, I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited to Yoal and saw some, I was able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. Any is fine. Got so many of them. It's all right. I'll go around by myself now. I don't know about that one, kid. Among the abandoned. While we are discerned of the purpose of the research and conducted here, the traces of it remains might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Let us look around for information as well as a way to the upper level. Yeah, all right. Switch back to my Viper. What happened to the people here? Did they all leave or did we already meet them? There was nobody in these rooms, were they? I just want to go back and make sure. Oh, this one's freaky. Curious of this door. To think that the people actually volunteered their souls for these experiments. Success was far from guaranteed, and even in the best case, they would cease to be men. Was their devotion to Zoraja so absolute? Guess so. Man, I think it's pretty crazy too. It won't open, and I don't think it's yield to our shoulders either. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and find a key. A lift can be seen beyond a wrought iron gate. As sturdy as it appears, the gate will likely resist attempts to force it open. The security panel is nearby. Perhaps a verification key will open the way. Well, Alize just told us that. Well, let's look this way first because there's obviously something here. Then we'll check out the NPCs and the other location. Mingled corpse. A journal lies next to the body. It was transferred to Yoi Wada Station in order to train the villagers in the use of electro technology. While a child can quickly learn to operate common contraptions, it will be no easier thing for them to attain the requisite skills to develop new weapons, ones which require no less than the manipulation of souls. Thankfully, 2 of my pupils have just demonstrated great aptitude in the field. Kanaloka and the village chief, and Tesselja, a field surgeon. Further driven by their loyalty to our king, their growth has been remarkable. I dare hope that before long they will be able to carry out their duties without further instructions, and may be relieved of my duty. Found nothing that resembles a verification key. Okay. Interesting. That's the craziest room right there, or one of the craziest. Graha, what do you got going on? I wonder what Beck Lug would make of this research into transferring souls. Oh yeah, because they were doing that too. The researchers likely move between the upper and lower levels. Perhaps we can find a key among their belongings. It makes me angry to think about what they did here. Yeah, but there's very little we can do, so we're just gonna have to go with it. Test subject's journal. They're recruiting volunteers for the new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transfer a few days ago. I can write. Can write good. Yes, I'm good. Very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today, bit offhand of feeder. Cannot help it. So strong. Hungry. Always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. I must eat. I am eater. Must eat. Find nothing that resembles a key. Okay. Well, I bet is behind here. Supplies for the staff are nearly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items, the manual outline regulations in tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. You dig deeper and found a verification key. Sweet. All right, let's get back over there. All right, Alize, I got the key. You found the key? Great. I'll call the others. It seems the key be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. I wonder if we'll find data on Speen here or something. So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Valley Garmanda. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there is auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal failure. Most likely, for a blessing, we managed to fail the beast before it could cause harm. Right. Right then. Let's see if we can find some clues about Gulaja's mother. And I can see the monster in the background there on one of the screens. I think I can use this terminal. Xiao taught me how. So much data. I don't know what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tishal Jal. Okay. Yeah, it brought up a lot of results. They seem to say the same thing. Cecil Jaw, Administrator of Experimental Treatments, Research Logs. That sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted, and even not, it will take considerable time to go through all of it. Then let us take it with us to the back room and have Shao analyze it. Agreed. Maybe a lot of the data that's here we should take? Alright, I'll transfer it to this storage device I brought. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of data here we can probably take with us. That might be helpful. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. Captain? It seems safe to say my brother returned to Yasowada for the trial of Idril. He wanted its power, no matter the cost. I'm glad we could find what we sought in that abandoned facility. Yep, Krile is really good at driving the hover cargo. I wonder if I can learn how to drive it too. Maybe one day, kiddo. I meant the trial of Idril gave me a fright at first, but then I remembered who fell the mighty Valley Germanda. I will not soon forget our visit to that facility. It was a troubling reminder of the depravity that can arise from belief that souls are simply a resource to be exploited. Right. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let us deliver the data to Shao. Yep, let's go. So maybe Gulajal wasn't a clone, so he actually had a mother? But it's still kind of weird what Zoral just said back then, though. Oh well. Maybe he was just like kind of not claiming him because he was just like, oh, whatever, do whatever you want with your desires. You found information on Gulajal's mother. You lot never cease to amaze. Alize? From what I can see, things haven't changed much since the funeral. People are still listless like before. Yeah, makes sense. Been thinking, it may behove us to learn how to use the various devices found throughout Alexandria. Better late than never, after all. And they might have some pretty good stuff that are useful. The data will be in good hands with Shao. Yeah, having now spent some time in these Hars and Invariants, I feel I have a better understanding of how much of a steady presence Speen was to her people. Gulajal had no trouble keeping up during the outing. He really is his father's son. It was Shao who gave me the storage device before we left. She said that we'll probably need it, and we did. And she knows what's up. Welcome back, Gulajal has already given me the storage device. It looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I need time to process everything. In that case, Alize and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Aye, their mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished on my work. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Decrypting files isn't a hard part. It's when the number of digits in a password is unknown that long nights begin. Ugh. Guidance of the Hitsu. Okay. Let's say isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the soul system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason, too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Tural, ones with no elders to take care of. Words of that problem has reached in Turali and Tuyalal. Our brother is doing all that he can to help see the Jacques Tural railroad restored to operation, so that people may come and go freely. Fortunate that tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. so the railroad would make things a sight easier. How long before it's back in service? Couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Koana seemed reluctant to make the promises. But while Shao's working on the data, we could go and see the state of ourselves. I guess. To Yasulani Station then. I'll make sure to keep Koana informed. Alright, well I guess this is what they're gonna keep us busy with for the time being. Gotta push it a little further some kind of way. Well, hello there. I fill Koana in. He asked that we continue to support the Alexandrians as best we can. Okay. Vow Resolve and Anthony San Tokyo to boot. What can we do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tyrell that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. And sketch the on his way. Scratch. Looking good. Did our little bun finally outgrow his old clothes? Okay, I actually really like that. I'm going with that one. He's not gonna like it, but you know. Stop that. As you well know, my previous attire was that of a gleaner, and I've chosen a different path. It was time for a change. Beastmaster, perhaps? It only makes sense. Seriously, it only makes sense. But it's a limited job. You hear about the railroad too. It was in part for my stake that the original Dawn Blazer was sacrificed, so I felt it was only right that I assist with its replacement. Speaking of which, Assume Lamati has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawn Blazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem. I'm sorry. How to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of the Mahawasa. That is the Ronique, though the Hatsuro that follow them are none too pleased about their Hutso being spoke by the noise of the locomotive either. Spooked. The solution I devised of the Quinton, the railroad should address the complaint. Final Fantasy XIV really does test out my pronunciation and words, because they have so many random ones. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Renique will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put on their grazing again. Were the railroad routes plotted to avoid Renique's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Renique's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I am not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mahawatsan for their insight. As a major prominent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I too would hear what the Hatsaro have to say about it. They are the ones most affected after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Hawado. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hasaro encampment if you like. Oh, he got a little thing that resembles his mother. I saw that on his bag. Oh, that's cute. I actually like that. It was very cute. Here, let me see if I can point it out. Yeah, look. Oh, that's so nice of him to do that. Our prior visit to the Hasaro was also on railroad business. Pray, they do not take us for train enthusiasts. As committed as the Hasaro or the tradition, they are amenable to the unfamiliar, or so I have told. To think all this could be packed up in a moment's notice to follow wherever the Renique led. Yeah, maybe. Vow of resolve, vow of reason, bid you welcome to our camp. But what brings you all the way to Mahawihisa? I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the DawnTrail Railroad. Strong wind today. You too have noted the Renique's unexpected change in behavior then. My son, Shepetto, has been looking into this matter. Shepetto? Normally we expect the Renique to keep their favored grounds nearby for a while yet, and despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity and quality of the grazing in Pyreninon and Yawatan. Okay, yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward towards your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Needless to say, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hasaro would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am Hasaro descent. My parents traveled with the Renique as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see. During such a migration, one of my many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle I am forced to assume. Oh. A chance encounter with the kind Pello merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stale keeper in Tuyalao's markets. That is where the Dawnservent found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace sometime when Lamati came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I needed pain and solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Truly, I've never heard of the Renique choosing a path to arduous as to force such a troubled decision, nor any Hasaro willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstances. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps, that I might be better make excuse for their actions, never much appealed to me. But if they had good reason, wouldn't you want to know? Even if it might help you better understand a Renique's current behavior. Both are good, valid things to say. I think I'll go with the bottom one because it might help us in the current situation. As it is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hasaro way may arise from the fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fever for innovation, it will nonetheless see me respect or repeat past mistakes. And to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions will make me a poor Dawnservant indeed. Please teach me of the Renique and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We'll be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn of Hasaro's culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and your sister share, my sister. But it would be useful to know whether I am doing it correctly. I guess the MSQ is gonna make me have to do it. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Renique and we'll have to look around the plains. And perhaps in the process, we'll find the answers we seek. Interesting. I know there's a lookout thing over there, but I'm not worrying about it right now. My knowledge of the culture was born into this and from written accounts alone, a few of them at that. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you are not above manual labor. I'm not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. If we have to. Now introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if they can help. I'd be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let us meet back here later to share what we've learned. Okay. I really don't wanna, but it's the way of these games. Alright, well, let's make this quick. As you stroke the Renik's coat, you note that many portions of shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job. Mind you, a comb of the type you use will just get lost in the tangle, like as knots. Okay. Shepetto sent a Renik brush with you, did he? I like him. Now, just run it through one little patch at a time, gently. You dutifully brush the Renik until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coats. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which had acquired a new coat of their own. Oh no, I gotta jump in that water. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be able to be more comfortable in the afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. A comb coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries, should the need arise. Okay. Oh no, a talkative one. Well, at least we get to see these crazy looking buffalo things. I'm afraid I'm finished with my task for the time being, but since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit more about our migration customs? If you're here, you likely already know that the Renik are our Hetso, our guides, that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them lead us to the fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hasaro must also part with half of our number. You may think of it as strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hasaro. Okay, cool. But he still looked like he's seen some ish. What are you doing over here? This won't do. And we'll go right through it. And me without my needle and snoo. Well, haha, thankfully I got this box. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up this covering now. Given how often we pack up and resemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear, unfortunately. Fortunately, the Renik hide they're made of is durable enough that we are generally needed wary. Explains why they always move around with them. A playful one. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. You're learning about the Hasaro's way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrived at them myself. Our Hatsu provide us with something that we use in medicines. Poultice and soap to drive away pests and sustain our fires. What is it? Hubs? Both horns and hubs have core of bones, and we use all these materials, albeit primarily in tent poles, instruments, and the like. It's not quite the answer I was looking for. I'm sorry, how would I know? To remind you, this material is fit for medicine, Okay. Is it dog? I don't think it would be meat. It sounds like there's a story there, but it's indeed the correct answer, thank goodness. We discovered a myriad uses for Renik chips over time, each of the boon of our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hetsu always provide. Cool. You smell the grass and the wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us, and at least an adventurer with Tanawadata. I have a wonder how Val Koana is getting on. I assume he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. To be honest, I feel like this could have been a side quest, not a main scenario type of thing. Ah, there he is now. Unless we were learning more about Kohana, I would be fine with that. Look at that buffalo looking crazy. I know, Renique. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Renique and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination to force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your own work? Have you anything to share? Around the Renique, but in turn the people will receive all they need. The Renique are treasured members of this community and important as family. Yeah, I can go with that. Indeed, the Renique provides for the Hasara, and in turn the Hasaras are in good to the Renique, just as family should be. And it's not the only way, though. At times, I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Renique, as they did to me, and so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not selfish, an act I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concern. We're here in service of the people of Krile, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what was done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hutsu are concerned. That's good. See, I like to learn more about characters and their stories and all that. But when it comes to like what we just did, I just feel like that could have been a side quest, to be honest. I'm glad to hear that, Val Kohana. You're welcome among our herd at any time. Just give me the money. Yeah. The warmth of family. Crazy wind out here for us to be doing all this. Kohana, how did it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetsu. They nourish the Hetsu sorrow as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in harsh and unpredictable world. They are equal to any man, not beast, to be tamed. Moreover, Reniques are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries as brush, their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hasaru would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it's particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Renique's once favored grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Renique, even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Ceroraptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with the natural disasters, earthquakes, landslide, the like. though the Hisaro would have surely put two and two together where the cause geological. I measured the area's ether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. Interesting. A large animal, perhaps? What do you think, Koana? Given where we are, I believe we are dealing with a powerful beast. A predator, perhaps, given the local fauna behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bit taken out of its tail, but something with very large fangs. It couldn't be Torohatsu. Renique Reaver in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hatsu in the night is another evocative one. Renique can fend off many predators with their horns and crazy eyes, but not the Torohatsu. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce through. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home and is packed. In any case, I believe the source of the Renique's consternation is clear. As it is our next move, we must drive this reaver away, that we might return to their grazing lands in peace. Okay. Never fear. We'll make certain that the beast threatens you no more. Come. Oh, this is a scenario thing. Okay. A powerful creature behaving usually left to its devices, it may well become a Terral Vidral. We must attend to it ere that happens. So many Vidrals. Those Renique Reavers must have the hefty set of teeth, but I'm not worried. We fought worse. The Renique Reaver is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked, but it won't do us for it to go and running off in search of without having made proper preparations. And if others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they'd be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. Okay, several battles. All right. Well, let's get it over with. So many Vidrals just popping out of nowhere. I thought it was like a very unique type of thing.
Help! Help! Odurehetsu is coming this way!
Odurehetsu.
It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
And after they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronek Reaver.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please. Be careful out there.
Wait, what is...
We must protect the Ronek.
What is Aranville gonna do? It'd be unfortunate if they ran off. Yeah, I'm curious of what Aranville's gonna do because he's in this. I think I see. Yes.
There they are. They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
The teeth marks, thank goodness. You're all right. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
That herd should be all right. Let's look for stragglers.
All right, we'll lead the way.
The Ronek are to rally too. None shall be left behind.
There's someone coming. Run! Call the hunters! Oh, I see.
There must be something up ahead. Come!
The Yawahahisa. Or whatever it is. Yeah, there you go.
No match for the likes of us.
Okay, Aranville going back to running off. I was like, I don't think he's gonna be doing anything. He's just gonna be chilling. Which he is, over there chilling. Got it.
More are coming.
Okay. To be honest, I'm happy with going into combat because I was starting to get a little bit sleepy. It is late, but still. That last quest was getting ready to make me fall asleep. Okay, Koana, I see you over there.
You're mine.
Get out of here. Look at that damage. Oh, more of them.
All or nothing then.
Whoa. Oh, now that was cool. Okay, Kohana, I see you. I see you, buddy. Yeah, go ahead. Go in. Go in. I mean, we haven't done much combat with Kohana for a while. Ever since the Dawnservent trials, or
It seems that did the trick.
there's no way it's over.
For the fodder, at least. Where's...
Yeah. The big thing. We're not fighting it? I want to fight it.
There! We've got a big one coming!
impenetrable scales, and wicked fangs. That's a Rona Griever, and no mistake.
Oh, look at him go. Oh, he's shaking.
That one there.
Not so fast.
Not a smart choice, my guy. I admire the effort.
Even should it cost me my life.
I will save the head soul.
Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety.
There. You've nothing to fear.
He's becoming more and more like a Beastmaster by the day. I'm sorry.
Right. Let's finish the job.
Yeah. I definitely want to fight this thing.
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer!
All right. No more reckless decisions, Koana. Let's do this right this time. Oh, are we just going in? All right, I'm going in. Oh, why am I trying to tank? Yeah, if I had you guys here, like, I wonder what any of y'all would end up saying with me about my decision.
I need time.
Are we giving you that time, buddy? Wow, we're not doing much damage to it at all.
Right. Go for the legs.
Okay. Ah. We don't have any healers here, so we need to be careful. Wuk Lamet, you're a warrior, so you should be able to heal yourself. Ooh, I bet that hurt.
Now we just have to keep it pinned.
Oh, nice move.
Protective current of ether. But whence does it flow?
Conducted by scales. Now trace that back. The point of greatest density.
I've got it.
Whoa. This is our best chance.
One well-placed piercing round to the chest and... You're done for!
Ooh. He used the PvP LB.
That stemmed the flow of protective ether.
Okay. Oh yeah, now his health is definitely going down.
Nothing's stopping us now. Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me.
Oh, I'm going in. Oh. Okay. Wait. Wuk Lamet, you should be in the front. That's all good. Pretty hilarious though. Ether call. What you trying to do? Oh, this is how we power up.
This is going to hurt.
Oh no, it's not. Because I got level 6. Oh, I'm about to tear him up. Oh, more? Well, you're really asking for it. I'll let him have one. Told you. He was definitely asking for it. Level 10 on that damage. Level 10 on that. Level 10. That was fun.
We did it. The Etso, are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mehwa Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats. But the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
Well, that's good.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetso.
I
I did no more than is a Dawnservant's duty. The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
You know, I was just thinking of something that's like that too.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most. It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now.
I get it.
I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozeni Hetta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Yeah. Kohana.
Lozeni Hetta. That's where the Pelu Pelu trader found me as a babe.
Yup.
Please, can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. "We're distracted," I heard one cry. "Save our son! Save the Hetzo!" After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Rodak thunder. I ran and ran. And as the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawnservent himself. All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe. I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone.
Aw. Glad he got his resolve.
I am Dawnservant. All of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
Well, that was nice. I enjoy that very much. We certainly got more than what we bargained for when we set out to resolve our railroad conundrum. Yeah. I can't imagine how Koana must be feeling right now. That Reaver, you don't suppose it was the same one? That there's a possibility. To know that the Hutzel are safe is more than enough. Yet, would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them, we also avenge my parents? It is the least I owe to them after all this time. Anthony, I thank you for standing by me as Dawnservent and as the oft imperfect man beneath the mantle. Now, let us return our attentions to the matter we came here to address, shall we? We have to remove the root cause of the Renique stray from their favorite grazing and obtain the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be compatible with emitting pulses of ether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on an instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. And if we can achieve this, it will be a far sight better than a traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. That sounds good. Let's return to Yasalani Station and begin with it on it. Then, Walaleka and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a resolve. Yeah. Yeah, let's get it over with. I'm gonna teleport here. Yeah, I have to say that I really did enjoy the story with him. Like, that story about Kona, I think that was very nice. But all the other stuff, you know, I already stated it, but that's some heartfelt things that I like to see. Or some resolve, character development, stuff like that, you know. This train will be ready in no time. I always carry a spare pair of spectacles or two, as it could be difficult to find replacements outside the city. You wouldn't believe how many I went through during the Rite of Secession. Oh lordy. And yeah, that's the name I meant to find. A variety of artisans from across Toral has come to assist with the railroad, so I foresee no difficulty in creating the whistle that Koana proposed. Okay. You look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it? Yep. So the Renique were avoiding a predator, smart Muins they are, and vow Koana not too bad himself, but with this whistle idea, sit tight, we'll have the train on tracks before you know it. Sit tight? Okay. Sure.
We're ready to go.
Whoa! She looks as good as new.
Well, where's the cannons?
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliolal. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Right, if we're done talking, let's put this train through her paces.
It actually kind of has like a neat looking train design. I don't know why, but like I just kind of like the way it looks for a train, you know. Oh, there go one right in the middle of the road, strolling.
Up ahead.
Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
It's moving away. Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
Cool.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success! In a quiet way, like. Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Chapteral Railroad is back in service.
No more Gatling guns needed. I mean, not like they was for the wildlife anyways. Now anyone will be able to come and go from the dome as they please. I can't wait to spread the word to Alexandria. I expect that with every Reaver gone, the Renique will gradually return to their old habits, and we won't see so many approaching the tracks. It is good to see that the whistle will be effective in the meantime, however. I agree. With that, I believe our work here is done. The fine people of Trailing can take it from here. You know, the folks that Val Koana brought in to help rebuild the railroad have already returned home, but I hope we can give them a ride someday. Yeah, maybe one day. Okay, well, for a while there, we were real worried that we would never get the railroad running again. But now that the test drive was such a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from home. Don't. First, Yasselani, then the continent. Watch out, Yaktaral. Here we come. I share the sentiment, but we got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamati. See y'all later. Bye. Oh, Aaronville, you coming with us? It won't be as once envisioned, but perhaps someday we can take the train's journey to Yasselani together. Sure, if you like. Crossroads. Oh, we reached the end of it. Well, it's possible that Shao made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Shao, what do you have work with her? We did a research facility. Gualjal's mother. Yeah, good guess. I feel the same as his shoes. Have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kakiwa we met may have only been a Cyrillicum, but her memory was real. The jiggle jello. I needed to search for what she's left behind, because she left it with me, and I will carry it always. Speaking of things you're carrying, I know I've noticed. Is that a teeny tiny Kawakawa? Kakakiwa? Or I forgot how to say her name. What? No. Kakawa, yeah. It is merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it was as good a souvenir as any. Whatever you say, for what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. I agree. Alright. Yes, well, you're off to the dome, aren't you? I thought I might join you for the time, see if there are odd I can do for the people there. Might change though. Much change though it is. I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you a full story on the way. And they leave me here. Back to the bopping music. Oh yeah, let's get it. You're heading to the back room? Yeah. We're back. You must be exhausted. Shall I nip out for emergency tonic? Or energy tonic? It's a little late for that. So Zaraja was conducting a secret research in Yawatawa. I have some memories of the place from my childhood. Heronville is wearing his Kakawa. That makes me happy. Looks like we arrived on a good time. Glad you're back. We wouldn't keep the Goloja here waiting any longer than necessary. Alright, what do y'all got then? Fixed the railroad. There was a lot of stuff going on, but we're good here. So what about y'all and y'all's end? What's happening? A simple yet elegant solution, and thus is the railroad back in operation. Meanwhile, Shao has nearly finished processing the data. She will be able to share her findings with us imminently. Oh, you're Stola? I'm interrupting something, I gather. Why, you're Stola? What brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate in the sky deeps to know for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on electrope. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I can join you once we've finished here. Okay. At least you fear I've forgotten. Once I've made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny. I know. It's alright.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit. But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Teishul Jah herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes. Please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
My name is Teishul Jah, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose.
Mother?
Officially I was a Virgin with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yasulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region. Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Tuiyolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran. And in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path. A path that changed my life. When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within, and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja? I admired him. His incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him. His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire. Today. It should have been today. A new beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If he could see him, embrace him, surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! Get it away from me. Get that thing away from me!
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Kaniloka's shouting for me. The research hasn't been going well. But I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
Dang.
That's all of them.
So he definitely wasn't a clone. He actually had a mom, and wow. That's a lot worse than I expected, really.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamachi. Father and mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try. I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, what a mess. Yeah, if the dome had not appeared, Tsalja's tale would have been very different. Yet whether or not she would have been happier, I cannot say. I agree with that. You may find it hard to believe, but until the Rite of Secession, Zeralja was a good brother to me, always. And I thought that Papa was the best father anyone could ask for. I don't want to think the time we spent together as a family was a lie, but by the same token, the bitterness my brother harbored was all too real. It's okay. I wanted to know about my parents. Now I do, and I don't regret it. I have Lamachi and Koana and you, Anthony. I'm not lonely now. Oh. Tsalja left written records as well. I'll compile them for Gulaja. Perhaps something in them will be comfort. No matter how brave a face Gulaja puts on, I expect it will take him time to come to terms with this. He's a strong one though. You needn't worry too much. Oh yeah, I know that. You leave such a record, you ask? Wait, why leave such a record, you ask? I cannot be certain, but I believe Tsalja simply wanted someone to know how she felt, to understand. Alright, Yashtolo, what do you like to know? It's better to know, a profound response for one so young. Though I wish I didn't have to be, Gulaja is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. It's fortunate that she has one. Thank you, Xiao. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen. Gulaja, if you remember one thing, remember that. Now then, having shared what I can present, I'm ready to head to living memory when you are. I'm planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop by for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain over long. I know we all have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. Okay. I was beginning to say, wait, we're going to living memory right now? A word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people would be clamoring to get on the first train back. Yet the reaction been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. What? When we spoke before, you said many from Torialal were eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about getting through Vanguard. So we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start at the ley line note 9. Okay. They really be dragging these on sometimes, I tell you. There may still be people gathering at the Prix's Park. Let's try there.
People look uneasy. Did something happen?
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right, and a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zoraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
Oh, was that the tiara that brought her back? Wow, already. What the heck?
What?
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do.
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things right.
Playing this song again.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever.
Yeah, we deleted her code and everything, but the tiara still had some.
You there, Gusson. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria.
Someone went in and overrided it.
Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live. Not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could.
Truly I do. But with living memories shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution. All of us shall be made endless. I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells.
Here we go again.
This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all. One day soon, those with neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us?
You Victor! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
Someone or something else is inhabiting Queen Sphene and trying to create Endless. Interesting. Okay. There's not the report yet, but we have all the eyes and ears at the Everkeep Inheritors found. Sphene was erased. If she's back, then are the Endless? No. I definitely think there was something inside of her tiara, and like it took the code of Sphene, and now it's over here trying to act like her. I guarantee you that's what's going on. Seriously, what was that? Queen Sphene has returned? How? Because it's not her. Without the Meso terminal, how does she propose to create a new Endless? We must contact Ystola as soon as possible. I feel like the next patch is definitely going to be focused on living memory. We have heard about the Queen of Reason's proclamation. The rumors spread through the district like wildfire. You saw Sphene with your own eyes then? So it wasn't someone else. No, it was definitely someone else. But who? Unsure. We only caught the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about neo-regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Sphene. she should have been destroyed with the Meso terminal shut down. Without a single Alexandrian to bear witness, present with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, it is no surprise that they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. 'Tis as if their memories have been erased. That's exactly what happened. Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the regulators. But by whose design? Someone is smart enough to play at being the queen of reason, and that guys, even if some suspect deception, most Alexandrians will be on their side. We need to find out who she really is. Yeah. While I'd agree wholeheartedly, we should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's networks turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. Basically, wait for the next patch. Meanwhile, in living memory.
Where am I? My people, are they safe?
Is this the real Speen? Looks like. Saw your stroller running up here. In fear of death, the people turn to Queen Reborn, their fates to learn. Crossroads. Alright, so we're leaving it at that, huh? A pity your stroller was not present for Speen's return. I'm pretty sure she was there. A cursory glance at the imposter's ether would have doubtless been enough to confirm our suspicions beyond a doubt. Right, that is true. Shell said she left this machine running to process more of the data from the field station. Is it done yet? I don't know. Alright, well, I think that's a good place to end it because that's pretty much it. So I guess we'll have to wait until the next time a patch drops and all that to see where things are going, or at least live letter and all that. But yeah, that was it was a little mix. I enjoyed some of the stuff of the story here, but I feel like a good chunk of it was good. Some of it felt a little bit like maybe it couldn't be there, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm very curious of where this is gonna go. Unlike some people, I actually still enjoy DawnTrail and its story. I still think some of it was still pretty good. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to play the next patch whenever that comes out and see how things go from there. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it like this one, but we'll see. So thank you everyone for tuning in. So stay optimistic, keep it real, and I shall see you all in the next one. Peace out now.